Started recording now. Okay, yep, it's good. All right. What is up, Sweepers Pod? It is Isaiah. I'm here with Andrew.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
yes, sir, bro. Yes, sir. How you doing, Andrew?
I'm all right, brother. What about you?
That's nice. Not doing too bad, bro. Not doing too bad. There's a lot that's been going around in the league. Um,
Yes, there has been.
yeah, we haven't had a podcast. We didn't have one last week. Um, I've just been so busy, bro. I've been so busy. But
I don't doubt it.
we finally got one out. So, yeah, let's go over it real quick. We have some rumors and news to go over. And then we'll go over the next topic will be like the draft. We have some draft discussions to go over. And then we'll have our um, finals talk. And then last episode, we wanted to do a top 10 list this time for the small forwards current. Did you get your list down?
I think I do.
Okay, bet. And then that'll be at the end. Um,
Bet.
yeah, so our first little news thing we got is KD hasn't spoken to the Nets at all since they lost. Um, how you feel about that?
That's not good for the Nets. Kyrie's already a very iffy situation. Like, we still don't know if that man's actually going to come back. And
Yeah,
now KD ain't talking to him. Like, are we
yeah, man.
seeing a breakup already?
I uh, I believe it. I think we can see them both be gone. Um,
I know KD just signed that giant ass extension, but like, a loss will change your mind, clearly.
oh yeah, I I don't know, man. He would obviously have to get traded, you know.
Yeah, no, there's no way they would release him. There's no way.
And I think like a possible trade if Houston wants to get back on the map, be like, hey, here's John Wall for the salary, and then we'll give you like Shangoon and Kevin Porter Jr. and then maybe someone else that's a little bit younger, and throwing some picks onto that, you get some KD.
But didn't they just get a bunch from Brooklyn from for that Harden trade too,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. If they want to come
They
back
really could
to,
do that sort. If they really wanted to, they could try.
yeah, man. Yeah, no, it's really bad because Kyrie's a free agent this year, so we have no idea where he could go.
Kyrie's already said he's going to come back, but I don't believe him.
Yeah, yeah. He said that to
He said
Boston.
that with Boston.
Yep, yep. Um, our next little thing is Jalen Brunson. He obviously had a good little playoff stunt this year, and this is his contract year. He's expected to get around 4 years to 85 million for the 4 years. What you think about that? You think that's a good for him, or
I think it's a little much early, but if Jalen continues to improve, he'll end up being well worth it.
yeah,
I think he did really good in his spurt, but you got to think that's 20 mil a year if you put it down to math,
yeah,
roughly.
yeah,
And that's like, yeah, that's starting pay, but like, can Brunson put up them numbers next to Luca to make that 20 mil worth it?
yeah, for real. Do you
Because
think
I think
he?
we all know Luca's going to dominate the scoring, and that's his team. Like there's nobody going to walk in there and be like, all right, let me get that scoring from you.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
You think he'll go back to Dallas?
I hope so, because I don't want to see Luca left alone. Because look what he did basically alone already.
Yeah,
I really want to see the Mavericks not do what they did with Dirk. Because with Dirk, I feel like they waited so long, and even then, they didn't even build around him.
yeah,
When even when the time came, Dirk won that title in 2011 alone.
yeah.
But
I
they really if they're gonna make this move with Jalen, they better have some defenders they're looking at because
yeah,
Jalen's a scorer.
I don't know how I feel because it's like Luka's your point guard. I mean, yes, he could play the shooting guard and small forward, but you want him at that point guard spot. And what Jalen Brunson's 6'1". Yeah, he played shooting guard all this postseason, but like you
But he's
said,
small.
he defense and Dorian Finney-Smith is good at defense, but
Hmm.
he has to cover his job. He can't cover
Right.
Brunson and try to help Luca as well.
That's why it's gonna be iffy. Like, I don't think that they can't switch Luca to shooting guard. You just can't. Luca needs to be the one running the floor, scanning the floor. He needs to be the one with the ball in his hands about 95% of the time. Like he needs to be the one either shooting the shot or passing it to someone for a shot. Like
Yeah,
that's what Jalen Brunson. Yeah, that 6'1" is a really big issue at shooting guard
yeah, for sure.
because that size. Some people say size don't matter. It does in today's league. I feel like,
Oh yeah,
especially at
because
certain positions, I think you could pull 6'1" off at point guard
oh
and be
yeah,
fine.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
6'1" at shooting guard. There be some motherfuckers that are 6'7" at shooting guard, bro.
I think the smallest for shooting guard could be like 6'3". That's like Bradley Beal.
That's what I agree with you on that. That's where they're not a liability
Yeah,
because at that point, I feel like Jalen can he make up the points for the points he allows? That's the biggest question, and I don't think he did that in the playoffs.
I don't know. I don't think so either.
Because he
So
had a couple games where it's like, damn, Jalen dropping 25 points over here. But then it's like, damn, Jalen allowed fucking 50 because he guarded two different people and couldn't stop a single one of them.
yeah, and it's like if that case, he would have to come off the bench to make it look good, and
Right.
you're paying him
And they
20.
can't have that.
Yeah, you're paying him 20 mil to come off the bench isn't good.
Let's say no, that's not six-man pay. Six-man pay is like 10, 15 at the most.
Yeah, yeah,
I, I don't know. I don't think Dallas is. I don't want Dallas to bring him back on that contract.
I don't either.
I want him to try to go get someone else. They need to build defense around Luca.
Yeah,
Maybe get one other scorer, but other than that, everybody else on that team needs to be good at defense.
yeah, for sure.
Luca's your man
Maybe him, and then have like a big man that could score, but also is not a liability like Porzingis was.
on the defense.
Yeah,
It's crazy that Porzingis' ass is like 7 foot like 2 and he's a liability. Like how?
I know, bro.
How do you be that tall and be a liability, Kristaps? Like what?
I don't even know.
I'm
Yeah,
glad they got rid of him hella, but like it's still like what
yeah,
Kristaps? You know what I mean? Like you're 7'2".
for sure. I don't know, bro. But yeah, no, I look on Jalen Brunson's topic real quick. I would be okay with like a 4 year, 65 mil. You make around 15 to 17 mil a year. That's still a little bit pushing it, but if he could put up 20 to 18 points per game off the bench
But so
for
he needs to put up a consistent 18 minimum if he's getting paid 15 to 17.
yeah,
If he wants that money, he's really got to back it the hell up.
yeah,
Because
for
we're
sure.
not in the economy in the NBA yet where a $15 million contract ain't nothing. That's a role player. That's a 6-man plus his contract there. We
Oh
get
yeah,
into starter territory when we hit that 20 mil because not every starter has $40 million in their pocket. The superstars get that contract.
yeah, yeah, bro.
It's like Jalen Brown, I think he's getting like 20 mil, somewhere around there. Like,
Yeah, I think he's like
like the guy deserves that. Like he's gonna end up getting more, I feel like, but
we'll talk about Jalen Brown. I have a lot to talk about him, bro. Ooh,
oh please do.
I love Jalen Brown, but real quick, like last episode we talked about Brogdon getting traded to the Knicks. Sorry, how that's a rumor going around. Well, I've also been seeing this rumor that Brunson might sign with the Knicks. Um,
Mm,
he's 25, so that kind of fits their timeline.
yeah.
I wouldn't mind it.
It would be an interesting thing in New York. Jalen just needs to go to point guard.
Yeah, and
And just shooting guard is just not for him. He's too small.
yeah, and if you have him as a starting point guard, you need a bigger size shooting guard.
Right. To make up for the lack of size.
Yeah,
Like 6'1's even small in the NBA. Like it at this point, it is small in the NBA. Like,
yeah, bro. There's not a lot of
why do
six.
you think Thomas couldn't do a whole lot? He was like 5'10, 5'11. Like that's really small.
Yeah,
They look like he looks like the straight midget compared to them. Imagine 6'1", that's only like 2 more inches.
exactly. It's yeah. Um, but yeah, let's move on to the next topic. We got the Jazz and Quinn Snyder. He stepped down and he done some surgery or something like that, and he's going to take a year off. But because of that, I've been hearing rumors going around saying Donovan Mitchell's angry, he's upset, and he wants out. How do you feel about both of
I've
those?
heard. Um, on the stepping down thing, that's going to be a really interesting thing to see where they go, even with his absence.
Yeah,
But on the Donovan Mitchell thing, I think he's just salty. Um, I don't know if the Jazz will move him
yeah,
because I think they're looking to more move Rudy.
yeah,
But
um,
Donovan can be all pissy all he wants.
yeah,
He didn't help the Jazz. He really didn't. Yeah,
yeah,
he did great. You know what I mean? He did great in the regular season. It's just what the hell? What the hell are you doing with this postseason stuff? You can't be mad and one out when you didn't really help him there, buddy.
yeah,
You
bro.
kind of choked too.
Yeah. Um, I don't see him as being the number one guy on a championship team, but you could say
No, I
that
can see him
about
being a strong number two.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But you could say that about a lot of people in the league right now. You know, there's not a lot of number
Right.
ones.
No, and that's where it's getting hard to like if they thrust somebody in there, how are they going to do? Because that's what they got to do a lot of the time nowadays. They just got to throw somebody in that spotlight. And it's like, are you going to fall on your face, or are you going to plus?
And
Are you going to go
to
to superstar?
yeah, and to talk about the finals real quick, get a little bit off topic. Jason Tatum, he's kind of filling that number one role good, but he does have his off games where he doesn't do much. You know,
Right.
so we have to see. Obviously, if they win and he wins Finals MVP, maybe he could be that number one for that team. But yeah, I think right now he's still number two. I think everyone on that Celtics team's the number two.
Really, I don't know, bro. I think Tatum's number one.
Everyone, but obviously like
Jaylen
lower.
Brown, though, I know you wanted to talk about him later, but that man's making a real strong case for number one.
He is, and last year I'll just talk about it real quick. Last year I had him at a number three, for a championship team, and I think he's
If I'm
making
being
a
honest, I didn't really know Jaylen Brown a whole lot. I only knew him because of 2K.
really.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
he's become really known in my books this year because I've watched a lot more of the NBA, like a lot more this year. I've been watching every team, looking at a lot of all these teams because I've been that guy. I don't have a favorite still. Like I don't know. I just like a lot of different players.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
Jalen Brown's been really impressing me. Like you said, last year I'd have put him at like a three. Now the man's making a case for a one.
Yeah, I
In my opinion, I think the
I
dude's
really like
putting
that
up
Celtics
some
team.
nasty numbers.
He is.
And he's not a liability on defense. He can score like a son of a bitch, but
That's why I think he could be an amazing number two. Like I don't think he could go out there and lead a team. You know, I don't
I'd like
know.
to see Tatum take the reins because I think that everything's being put in place where Tatum's going to be that one and he's going to have his boy, his right hand man, that, like you said, that amazing number two and Jalen. They better keep those two together.
Oh yeah, and it's crazy to think about all this year, all when they were sucking, I should say, and at the beginning of the offseason and everything last year, everyone was saying split them up, split them up, split them up. Everyone was saying get rid of Marcus Smart, but
Defensive player of the year this year? Yeah. What about that now, people?
now they're in the finals. He's Defensive Player of the Year.
I don't think he should have got that, but that's just me.
I don't either, but yeah,
I mean, cool. It puts him in the history books, but come on. Really? Marcus Smart?
yeah,
That was the most random ass guard selection. When I saw it selected, I thought I was getting memed. If I'm gonna be really honest with you, I first saw that and I'm just like, all right, who's actually defensive player of the year? And it's just like, holy shit, it's actually Marcus Smart.
yeah. I Yeah, I kind of agree. I would much rather have Drew Holiday, but
Holiday, man, he deserved it over him. I
it,
know he's not in the finals, but like, if we're talking about guards that really deserve that award, Drew Holiday.
yeah,
That's my dude, bro. Like, I love Drew Holiday.
yeah, same, bro. Um, but back to the Jazz real quick. Quinn Snyder, I heard that he stepped down and is taking this year off due to a surgery, yes. But also, I'm hearing that Popovich is supposed to retire after this year, and he will go in and take over the Spurs. Um,
Whoa.
yeah. So, how do you feel about that?
Whoa. So Pop's going to be retiring, and Snyder's going to come off of his leave of absence and just be like, all right, let's get it, Spurs.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I mean, obviously, it's just word going
I
around.
don't know if like in a morally move, I don't think that's cool,
Yeah.
but I think he's tired of the Jazz just falling on their damn face when it looks like they got everything going for them.
Yeah, for sure.
But nobody's giving any team a chance anymore. And this has been a thing that we talked about in the past. Like, where's the loyalty? Where's the giving your team a chance? Like, 1 year is not a chance.
Yeah.
LeBron gave the Cavs like 6, 7 years before he finally left.
Yeah. And then you think about it, and people still talk about how he abandoned his team and stuff. But
It's like, man, look at all these people abandoning ship right now. Like, come on. Like, yeah, Kyrie, prime example. Oh
yeah,
man, I love it. I've been watching stuff recently that says like who looks worse for leaving their old team. This is another question. I didn't see it on our list, but I want to hear your opinion. KD or Kyrie, who looks worse
for leaving the Nets.
for leaving Golden State for KD and leaving Celtics for Kyrie?
Oh, um, at the okay.
Yeah, that's a big one.
I'm gonna say KD because KD could have
You're going
won.
with just about the entire world.
KD could have won thousands of rings. I mean, obviously not thousands, but he could have won almost every year with them.
I'm with you on that 100%.
I would have
He's
loved
missing
to
out
see.
on handfuls.
Yeah, yeah. But at the end of the day, would they be this good with KD? Because they wouldn't have Wiggins that has stepped up and been amazing for them. He's been great.
Right.
Kuminga, they wouldn't have
That's
had
another one.
Kuminga.
Yeah.
Um,
Wiggins is. I'm seeing Kaminga's number 2 in the Finals MVP. Like
oh, no, no.
they were
I
saying that man was ranked number 2 right now. It's like ESPN, slow the hell down. Do not even think about giving that to Kaminga.
think out of anyone, it's either going to be Jaylen Brown or Curry. I think those two will be the ones
That's
that
what
will
I'm
win it.
seeing. I'm not even seeing. I'm seeing Tatum's just.
Yeah, it's just because Jaylen Brown has been outperforming what people expect him to do, and he's putting on pretty much what Jayson Tatum would do. But
Hey
even
man, give him that fucking MVP. So put some respect on that man's name.
yeah,
Beat the
yeah, bro,
Warriors in 5 and give Jalen the award. Like put some respect on man's name.
yeah, for sure. Um,
Nobody will doubt him after if he wins Finals MVP.
I know.
Nobody will doubt him after that.
And you know what would look stupid is he was actually trying. Like people were like, I'm pretty sure if I'm not mistaken, the Celtics offered Jaylen Brown for Ben Simmons.
Oh no.
So if that
Thank
like
God that didn't go through, but oh no.
and Philly declined, if I'm not mistaken. So that's like
Good.
what? Um,
God, man, if Ben would have played,
yeah, yeah.
he better play this next year, bro.
He got to, bro. He's got to.
If he don't, I'd trade him if I was the Nets.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I wouldn't even mess with it. Like I know I'm saying, oh man, give him a chance. Dude ain't even giving it a chance to get on the court.
Nope,
You
nope.
saw him jumping around and shit, on the sideline when he first got there. Now all of a sudden he needed back cert. Man, get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
You're just trying to fucking ring us for every dollar.
yeah,
That's why Philly declined. That's why Philly ain't paid him. They're just like, dude, you didn't play, so why do we got to pay you your contract? You breached your contract by not playing.
Yeah, I like Ben Simmons a lot, but I just don't like how he's handling stuff.
But say, as a person right now, Ben is not on my favorite.
Yeah.
Because right now he's on the level of Aaron Rodgers for me. Like I love Aaron Rodgers as a player. He's a top like 5 for me in terms of favorite players ever. As a person, oh my god, he went down, 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 down this year.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He proved to just be a scumbag this year to me. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna get myself paid.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro.
Fuck Devontae Adams. Fuck the guy that helped me get my MVPs. You know,
Yeah.
so
And
shitty.
for the people that's watching right now, we do have an NFL podcast. Go check that out. Um,
Yes, I know we're on an NBA one, but
yeah,
it's all across sports, man.
honestly, tonight's gonna be cool. We have an NFL one coming up tonight, so that one's
Yes,
gonna be
yes,
good.
yes. Shout out to it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But about this Donovan Mitchell stuff, I've been hearing if you trade Rudy Gobert, you're not going to get what you think for him, and I agree. So people are thinking if you trade Rudy Gobert away instead of Donovan Mitchell, you might as well just get rid of Donovan Mitchell as well.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
They're saying
Um,
the value for Rudy's so little that it's just not even worth it.
it's because he's getting paid 34 million a year, and all he could do is play defense.
Yeah, he's an offensive liability.
Yeah. So that's why people think.
It's
I mean,
bad how bad he is at offense. Like,
yeah, yeah, for sure. I think some teams would probably take a chance on him, like throw a lot for him, but at the same time, I don't know. I could see his.
I just don't see why them getting rid of the younger players the move. Like, if you're looking at by the numbers, get rid of Rudy.
Oh yeah,
But if the scenario comes up where you're getting so little value, it is the scenario where what the hell do you do?
yeah, and you could get a lot for Donovan Mitchell. So what do you just get rid of Donovan Mitchell, get a lot for him, and have that team kind of built around Rudy?
I would just drop both at that point.
Yeah,
Because you might as well. Don't you dare build a team around Rudy Gobert.
yeah, yeah.
I swear to God, if I see that,
I feel you on
we're
that,
going to
bro.
build around.
We're
And
gonna
what
have,
offense?
yeah.
His 9 points a game? Like, no.
Oh yeah. No, I
Mans could have as many blocks a game as points. Like, no.
four
I'd rather
blocks,
them
four
chance it
points.
with a pissy Donovan Mitchell than Mr. Blocks himself, Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, for sure. And
I
it's
hate
like
the idea of I hate the idea of him being a building point of a franchise. I hate that idea.
for sure. And it's
If the Jazz are looking to get rid of Donovan, get rid of Rudy too. Start clean. Just don't even mess with Rudy Gobert anymore.
yeah,
He ain't winning another DPOY. He ain't gonna get another $30 million contract. He screwed them big time.
yeah,
I won 3 DPOYs. Give me my money. He got it.
yeah, man.
Now he ain't gonna
It's
get that money no more.
it's a small market team. Nobody would go there really in free agency. I mean,
See, I
yeah,
don't know why that. I don't know. I guess could be a thing, but can't you make him a bigger market by going in there and winning for him? You know, like
exactly.
have like a KD roll up in there and turn that tiny market into a fucking giant market. Like, come on.
Yeah,
Utah just needs to show some money.
exactly. Like you have Dwayne Wade that's a co-owner. Use his force. Use his pull.
I didn't. D Wade's a co-owner.
Yeah, the Jazz.
Oh hell! If you ain't attracted to that, what the hell else you got to do? Have LeBron as your coach?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Damn.
but
Yeah, no. I think if they get rid of one, they might as well just go both. And I think they are going to get rid of Donovan. So yeah, don't build around Rudy.
yeah,
Who the hell is going to want to come to a team where Rudy Gobert is the man?
fucking fork on cork might as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's about the length of who's going to go there because every other player knows better.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but moving on from this Jazz thing, we got DeAndre Ayton. He's going to be a free agent this year. Well, restricted, of course, but it's looking like Aiden doesn't want to return, and it's looking like Phoenix doesn't even want him back. Where do you think he'll go?
God, I didn't even think the possibility of DeAndre Ayton not coming back to Phoenix was a thing. So that kind of
Yeah, it's been going around a
that puts
lot.
things kind that puts things really into perspective here. I didn't even fathom that thought.
Yeah. Um, I'll
Damn.
just I'll just say who I think would be great for him to go to. Um, I've been hearing some teams like the Spurs. I've been
Oh
hearing
no, bro, about the
teams.
net.
I don't think they have the salary for it, bro. He wants a big contract.
Damn it, DeAndre.
Yeah, that's why Phoenix is like, no, you can walk. Um,
I don't know, bro. If depends on what he's asking for. Like if he's asking for like
I'm
40
hearing
minutes, like stop.
I'm hearing he could go to Portland. That's like a
Okay, I would really like that.
that's like a big destination for him.
I would really like that move. Dame needs it. Um, and Portland just needs a big man
Yeah,
because they got Nurkic, I think, still there, but Nurkic is eh.
he's a free agent this year, so he's gone pretty much.
Yeah, I don't see him come. I don't know, man. If Aiden shows up, he might come back. Have a nice little backup there. Have a nice little backup.
Yeah, for sure. Um, we'll probably get into more of the Aiden stuff next episode, so you could think a little bit more about it. Um,
Yeah, that I would really like to see him go to Portland.
yeah,
My top favorite, like of course they had the salary, and then Brooklyn Nets, you know what I mean? They could look really good there, but they
definitely.
ain't got the money.
Yeah. Um,
I mean, if Kyrie don't come back, they do.
yeah, definitely. Oh yeah,
Which
definitely.
I'm gonna throw it out there now. Call it a hot take. Call it a. Everybody's saying this already. He ain't gonna come back. I bet.
I'll agree with you. I definitely do agree with you. I don't think he
He's
will,
just
bro.
pulling the same shit he pulled in Boston. I'll come back. I'll come back. And then shit's circulating. It's like, is he though?
Yeah, and
He
especially with
won't.
the reports that KD hasn't talked to the Nets or anyone on the Nets since they lost.
KD's gonna be in a different level next year.
Yeah,
I think this is this man going into like not even hibernation, but like he's going into like that dark mode. He's cutting himself off from the world, and he's getting into the zone.
I would
I want
hope
to see the
so.
best player in the world, KD, come out again. They literally called that man that. Then the next year, KD just completely choked himself out of that conversation.
Yeah, I would hope to see him
I
come
want to
back.
see the Slim Reaper back.
I would love to see it come back, bro. Especially with like Kyrie gone, him and Ben Simmons just carrying that load, and
On
instead of
God, let him show people that it's like, all right, listen, you said I can't be a leader. Let me show you, I can.
instead of spending 40 mil that what Kyrie's money was on another player, go out there and get a lot of good role players.
That's a good move. Defense.
Uh,
That's another team that needs it so bad. Defense.
Simmons,
Surround KD and Simmons with defense.
Ben Simmons is great on defense, but he would for sure need help.
Of course. That's what I'm saying. Ben can't go over there and guard, you know, shooting guards guy, go get small forward and center while guarding his guy.
Yeah,
Ben can probably lock down the point and the shooting, but we need them forwards. KD's not necessarily a liability, but KD's not that's not his specialty.
yeah,
So
yeah.
let's get that big man. Like if they could somehow get Aiton to pull up, like
I would
Brooklyn's gonna
like
look
it.
real fucking nasty.
Yeah, and I
Because
don't
DeAndre,
understand.
ooh, he can score too.
Yeah,
Mm.
I just don't get it, bro. It's like I know for a fact if like me and my friends were in the league and we all were like really good and we're like, hey, let's team up next year. we're all going to take like 10 to 15 million a year, and we're all going to be on the same team
Oh hell
having a
yeah,
great time. We're not going to take 40
all day.
million. Yeah, I
See, I don't
just
see why these people don't do that. I don't understand it.
like I
Sacrifice the money for the glory
yeah, I don't like
because you're
super
gonna make that
teams
money.
for sure, for sure. Um, I don't like super teams at all. But if it's like what Minnesota did, obviously they're not super, but they paired up D'Angelo Russell and Karl Anthony Towns. They're best friends. Like
Mm-hmm.
like something like that, I
And
would
they played
love to
really
see.
good.
Yeah, like obviously they're no finals contender, but they're out there just having fun,
Oh, no, they're getting there though. I feel like they're a couple small pieces away because they got Ant, who's on the rise.
and it's gonna be amazing. I think he's gonna be. Here's a hot take. This year he's gonna take that number one spot, and they'll be ready to contend.
I that yeah, as
Like
crazy as that might sound, I'd agree with that.
all they need
I
on that
Anthony
starting
Edwards
lineup.
took some crazy jumps even this last year. Like
Yeah,
he's
like
sitting there jumping and dunking on dudes almost from free throw line. And he's dunking on centers. It's like whoa.
yeah. I love Anthony Edwards, bro.
He's got
Underrated.
just so much energy, so much fire, so much he wants to win. He wants to play,
Yeah,
and I love to see it.
yeah. Um, but yeah, no. After all those rumors we've gone over, let's go to some news real quick. LeBron has become the first active NBA player to become a billionaire. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
Wow.
Good for him, bro.
That's just a wow moment for me.
Yeah, it's like
Wow.
the only other NBA players that were billionaires, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant were up there. Were the only other two.
Kobe was a billionaire too. Holy shit.
So that's
Yeah,
amazing.
that's insane.
Yeah, he's active and he's a billionaire, bro.
That's
Like
just that blows me away.
yeah,
So much money.
he's making 45 million this year. Like, bro,
That's nothing compared to what he has now. Is what's nuts.
yeah, and he gets all those endorsements and stuff too. Just bro, he's filthy rich.
He's been clearly very smart about his money
Hmm.
because the man has not. We haven't heard anything about him going broke. No, he's Jesus. He's gone up to a billionaire now.
Yeah, bro. All my life, like you had these other players that fall down to be nobodies, but LeBron, I've just been hearing he's made a school, he's built this, he's done this. Like he's a billionaire. Like, bro, I've just been seeing him succeed with his money, and it's amazing.
It's well deserved. I love the king. It's well documented. I love the king. And
We
I want
both do,
nothing
bro.
but success and longevity for this man in his life and in his career. Like I'd
Oh
love to see
God,
LeBron somehow live to be 110 or even 150. Like that'd be fucking spectacular.
yeah, I would too, bro.
Like I,
Um,
I, I am a fanboy of my boy LeBron James. I'll tell you what.
so am I. I
I'll
really am,
fight
bro.
somebody on that for that man's name. Like nah.
I definitely would too. Um, yeah, congrats to him. Um, now we got some draft stuff to go over. All right. So
Yeah.
I've been hearing stuff going around, and people are obviously like, "Oh, Chet Holmgren's going one. Oh, Paolo's going one. Yeah, or Paolo's going one. Oh, Jabari's for sure going three because no one's passing up on them two, right? Well, Orlando has the number one pick, and I'm hearing they're going with Jabari Smith. And because of that, I'm hearing OKC has their eyes set, locked, and focused on Chet Holmgren. Um,
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I love both picks, in my
I do
opinion.
too.
Um,
If they do these moves, it's A plus.
yeah, and
A plus.
you look at it because of that, the butterfly effect. You have Paolo, and who's at three? Houston. I think Paolo and Houston is going to be amazing.
Oh my. Wow, we're gonna have three A pluses off the board, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
All those teams need those positions.
Oh yeah, a
Because what
thousand
Jabari's
percent.
small forward or power forward?
He could play both, but you also have Franz and Jonathan Isaac that could play both. So just switch them around, you know?
Right. And then you got Chet to OKC, which we both been vocal that that's where we've really wanted him to go
Yep.
because OKC's been needing that big, and he's the man. He's the right guy, him or Paulo. And then Paulo going to Houston, like
I
give him Jalen
yeah.
Green. Ooh,
Yes.
look,
I love it, man. I love it.
it's
Um
gonna be a nasty league here in the next like 4 years when all these guys are got some time under their belts.
I say 2, 3 years, bro. I say 2 or 3. Like a lot of these rookies could come in and instantly be amazing. A lot of them.
John Morant is a prime example.
Yeah. Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball. I feel like Cade Cunningham's gonna be great next year.
I do too.
Like we have the league's getting young, but it's going in a great direction. I feel like.
Yeah, the league's definitely in great hands right now.
Yeah, and with Giannis at 26, you have Tatum at like 25, Jaylen Brown at 25. Like
Trey Young at like 24.
up, you have who else? Donovan Mitchell at 25, Cat at
Mm-hmm.
24. Like, bro, you have a lot of young. Also, Devin Booker's at 26, but
Yeah, D book, eh. eh.
eh. What's it called? All right, and then we'll go over this topic real quick. We have a little game to play or whatever you want to call it. I guess we could call it NBA Draft Your Guy. Um, yeah, so we'll go over through the draft, and I want you to pick your guy you want to stick with throughout the year. It could be anyone on the board, and then I also want you to choose someone else that's like a sleeper that you think will be also really good.
Okay.
Do you got 2 picks in mind, or you want to go after me?
I think that I might have the first one and who I'm going to stick with. I do not have a sleeper.
Okay, go ahead and say your first one.
My first one I'm really going to watch. It's really going to depend on where he goes. But if he goes to OKC, I'm going to stare at that, man.
Yeah, I like
Um,
it.
I love that pick a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. If he goes to OKC,
Yep.
for sure. That's my man. I'll be staring at. What about yours?
Um, so I have a sleeper that you already know about. So is my guy? You already know my guy. Is he a sleeper? Is he not? What do you think?
I don't know, bro. Your boy Ty Ty. I don't know. I don't think he's a sleeper.
Okay, so my guy that's not a sleeper is Ty Ty. Ty Ty Washington. I think he could
Yes.
go in the top 10 for sure because he's the best point guard on the in the draft, and a
Yep.
lot of teams could use a starting point guard right now. But also his skill, I really love it, and his team that I want him to go to, which I have had him go to in plenty of 2K leagues. Um, yeah, it's the Washington Wizards. It's pretty much his last name, Washington, bro. I think him with the Wizards, and if they bring Bradley Beal back, I think will be great.
I
Yeah,
think the Wizards and him would be a wonderful, wonderful pairing. Wonderful pairing.
I like it. Um,
I'm with you.
who do you have a sleeper you thought of, or you want me to go again?
You go again on the sleeper. I'm curious on this one.
Okay. So my sleeper, I've it was hard to choose. There's a lot of different players and a lot of different guys at this position and have the same pretty much build. But some of them aren't really sleepers. Like you have Shadon Sharp, Jaden Ivey, Dyson Daniels. They're not really sleepers. Um, I'll go real quick. Ochi Ajabi, whatever his name is, he's not my sleeper pick, but he was about to. He's amazing. I think he goes to is going to be an amazing like Jordan Clarkson kind of guy. Um, but
Right.
my but my sleeper is Benedict Mathurin. Um,
Mm.
yeah, he's a 6'6" shooting guard. He can play the small forward. He has amazing wingspan. He reminds me of a OG Anunoby or Andrew Wiggins. Um,
Okay.
I like it. I think he could be really good. You gotta.
My sleeper is gonna be it's an interesting one.
All right.
Say it's because of his name, whatever, but my sleeper's Scottie Pippen Jr.
Okay.
Um, First of all, he's a point guard, not even close to like his dad.
Yeah.
Um, my biggest curiosity is did your dad teach you some defense?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, that's the biggest thing. I think we know Scotty Jr. can score a little bit. It's like, do you got daddy's defense though?
Yeah. I.
And that's the whole thing that because I'm looking at his stats here. Uh, his percentages aren't bad. He's averaging in the 40s. It's not bad.
Yeah.
His field goals made per game were averaging from 6 to 14.
Okay.
Yeah, see, he ain't got dad's defense, I don't think. Yeah, he does. He's got steals down. 1.9 steals is what he was averaging his last year at Vanderbilt. The year before, 1.8.
How
But he's
tall
only
is
got
he?
like 22 blocks.
How tall is
He's
he?
6'2".
Okay. I like it. I really do. I didn't expect you to choose him because he's not like on a lot of people's mock drafts. He's not even a first round talent. But I think he
Mm-mm.
could.
I went looking through the rounds and I'm just like,
I don't. I think he could be really. I think he could really be something, bro. Like he's for sure gonna
I'm
get
gonna really have
drafted.
my eye on him. I hope he does. I really do.
He's for sure gonna get drafted just because of his name. Um, just because of who his dad is. I feel like he's for sure gonna get drafted, even in the second round.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
yeah, I really do like that pick for sure. So we'll come back to this around like a little bit after the regular season starts to see how our picks are doing, stuff like that. Um, but yeah, let's get into our finals talk, bro. Right now, Celtics are up 2-1, and it's been looking like Curry versus Boston Celtics, pretty much. Um,
Hmm.
I mean, no disrespect to Wiggins because he's been doing his thing. Otto Porter's been actually really good as well. Kuminga hasn't been great in the finals, but he hasn't been too bad as well. You know,
Right.
Draymond's been terrible. Clay, he's been off. So, yeah, give me your thoughts on the Warriors right now. How you feel about them?
Well, one word to describe him so far is disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think we've known that by now that Boston's got defense, but like Golden State's getting kind of shitted on.
Yeah,
Um, their last loss was by like 20 points, was it not?
I think so. If I'm not mistaken, it was like 103 to one, something like 130. I
And
think
it's
it
just
was.
like, where y'all at?
Yeah.
Clay ain't shown up.
Nope.
Yeah, see, it was 16-point loss the last time.
But yeah. And
And then the time the first game they lost was by fucking 12. Yeah, see, none of them. No, Boston lost their game by 20. So
yeah, yeah. But you have
yeah,
Draymond.
no, Clay, where you at? Yeah, no, Draymond. Jesus, I just read an article before we got on here that he's got as many personal fouls as he does points in the finals.
I saw that too. Hmm. You also,
15 points and 15 personal fouls.
yeah. He also has
Like, are
fat
you
out.
kidding me, Draymond?
He's fat out of 2 games, and there's 3 that's been played.
Like, are you serious, Draymond?
Did you see this video that he did yesterday?
The what?
On There's a video that he was like, it was a free throw, and he was like tackling Jason Tatum, bro. Like,
Yeah, see, I didn't see that one, but I know. Oh God,
yeah, I
Draymond's been one of the biggest shockers for me.
yeah, yeah.
I
Um,
really didn't expect him to like 15 fouls, 15 points is what you've done in the finals.
yeah. It's it's really sad. I expected way more from him for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but real quick before we into Celtic side, um, we did talk about this like very beginning before we even got like this was one of the unreleased episodes. We always, at least me, I always went against the Celtics at the end of the day. I chose Miami. Did they go against? Yeah, they went against Miami. I chose Miami. I chose Milwaukee. I did choose them to beat Brooklyn, but yeah, I did not choose them at all to be this far. I think their hype was overhyped, and yeah, I'm just really I have to give them the props, bro, for sure.
Oh, definitely. They were not a team I would even consider to be in the finals at
Yeah,
the beginning of the postseason, let alone at the end of the regular season.
yeah. Like
Um,
you had Brooklyn beating them, right?
oh, dude, I had Brooklyn beating them in five. Yeah, I didn't see them winning more than a game. That's where Brooklyn shocked me, and the Giannis one really shocked me big time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You could have taught me betting 1,000 saying Giannis would win that.
Yep. I did too, bro. I thought all three teams probably would have won. I did have Boston against Brooklyn. I had them in like 7. I didn't think they were going to sweep them, but I
I
just
had Milwaukee going all the way.
yeah, I had Miami, but bro, I don't know. It's just they really overperformed. It's amazing.
They have, and I hope they win the title because of it.
Yeah,
I don't want this to all be for nothing.
yeah, for sure. Because knowing Boston, they could just not even make the playoffs next year.
Right.
Like knowing their history.
Exactly.
Um, but yeah, no. The Celtics leading 2-1, and Al Horford hasn't been the guy that we've seen all postseason, but he's still doing his thing. The big three per se, and Marcus Tatum at the number 3. He's been doing amazing. Um, I don't know really how else to say it. He put up like 24 and 14 last night. He was great. Um, he's been great. And then you have your number 2 guy, arguably the number 1, Jaylen Brown. He's playing absolutely stellar. We pretty much talked about what I wanted to earlier about Jaylen Brown, but yeah, I think he has really stepped up his game. And next year, he's just, I feel like he's just going to be way more respected. Like, he's going to be in the conversation with Bradley Beal type shit. Um,
Right.
and then your number 1, Jayson Tatum. He hasn't been performing the greatest in the finals, but last night he put up like 27 and 11. Um, and yeah, Jaylen Brown also put up like 24 as well last night. So they all three put up 20. Um, it was they 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 have really gotten it together, and I really love it. Um, you got anything to say?
Well, I mean, just honestly, nothing really extra other than yeah, the Celtics have just holy hell. They've stepped up severely. Um, in these finals, even they've shown their stuff. They've been doing their thing. They're putting their defense down. They're putting their foot down. They're just not relenting.
Yeah,
The first game that they played with Golden State, they matched their asses on threes.
yeah, they did.
They would not let Golden State run away with the 3 point game, and they won it as a result.
Yeah,
And that's why this series it might go to. I think it could potentially really Boston could really take this thing over and just end it if they keep playing their brand of basketball like they did last game even.
yeah, yep, for sure. They win Game 4, then you could almost say it's Boston's win, unless obviously Golden State's like, all right, yeah, Cleveland done it to us. We're gonna do it to them. 3-1, it's our win. You know,
I just don't see it. I just
I don't
even them
either.
being down 3-1, I could see Golden State maybe cracking off another one, but
Yeah,
I just don't even see. I don't see them taking that 3-1 back.
yeah.
Boston's
Um,
defense is just too good.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we didn't see it against Cleveland, the best team that we've had against with the Warriors against LeBron. I don't know.
Yep.
But I was wrong. My apologies. They did not average this. They did not have those stats last night. So here's this sheet that I have. Tatum put up 26, 6 and 9, which was still amazing. Brown put up
Mm-hmm.
27. Yeah, he put up 27, 9 and 5. Still, I think that's amazing. Like that's
That's really
wow.
not bad.
I love it. And then Smart put up 24, 7 and 5. And that
From the
was
DPOY, like what the hell?
yeah. That was the first trio with 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists in the finals since the Lakers dynasty in the 80s.
That's nasty.
Yeah. So that's this team is something else, bro. They really are. That's
They
why
are.
that's why when you said they could just beat them in 5, I completely agree. I completely agree, bro. Um, yeah. Anything else you want to talk about this finals matchup?
Nothing really. I think we've hit it pretty well on the head.
Yeah. All right, let's get into our top 10 list. Before we get into it, I had put Jaylen Brown on the small forward list, but he's not a small forward. I didn't mean to. I didn't. My fault. Um, he's not going to be included on this, so I'm just going to erase him
Okay.
from my list. But yeah, no, I see him more of a shooting guard. I did have him at small forward because he's like a 6'7" guy, and that's usually what he plays, you know. But they've been running with Smart, Brown, Tatum, Horford, and Williams. So yeah. Um, all right. So we'll start from number 10 and we'll go down to 6, and then we'll switch off like that. That cool?
Yeah.
Bet. You want to go first or you want me to go first?
I'll let you hit it first, and then I'll hit the last ones first.
Bet. Okay, so at my number 10, I have Mikael Bridges. Uh, yeah, he's amazing. He can shoot the ball. He can play amazing offense. He's also great defensively. He really holds down the fort for that Suns team. He also picks up the liability that D-Book has for sure. I have an honorable mention with Andrew Wiggins. I could have probably put that at the very end, but he's in my number 11. Um, yeah, I just think he's definitely up there. And then at number 9, you have Brandon Ingram for me. Um, he's really talented, and he probably deserves to be higher, but my other list, I can't see him going any higher. With DeMar DeRozan at 8, I he's he plays a lot of different positions, but this year he plays a small forward, so that's why I have him up on there. And this year he played
Right.
absolutely stellar. You could say he led the Bulls to the playoffs. You could say Zach LaVine did, but either or, they both was there. They both done it, and yeah, DeRozan's up there. And then at number 7, I got Chris Middleton. Um, yeah, we saw what he did last year for the finals win, and even this year he was still stellar. You know, um, they probably could have beat Boston if he was there, but since he wasn't, it's now just a what if and not actually happening. Um, but then what is it, 7?
Yep.
Okay, hold on. 10, 9, 8, 7.
Wait, no,
Hold
you're
on.
at
This is
6.
6. Yep, this is 6. Okay, Paul George is my number 6. He does play shooting guard, but his whole life he's a small forward, bro. Like even last year he played small forward just because Kawhi hasn't been there. But this year he will be a shooting guard. I'm pretty sure with Kawhi back. But still, Paul George is up there at 6. We saw what he did
I like
whenever.
it.
Yeah, we saw what he did whenever he was healthy. Whenever he was out, they were the worst team in the NBA. Whenever he was in there, they were contending for the playoffs, I should say. But yeah, your list, bro.
Well, at the number 10, it's going to be Wiggins for me.
Okay.
Mainly because of this year. I mean, that man really stepped up big time.
Yeah.
Um, I would have never thought to put Wiggins in the top 10 before. But and for this year, he definitely cracked it.
Yeah.
Um, my number 9, I'm gonna go with Bridges,
Mikhail or Miles?
Mikel.
Okay.
I think he's really also earned because we were talking about on a past episode on how he's looking to get him a nice payday. I think he's earned it.
Yeah.
Um, he really stepped up for Phoenix. I know Phoenix got down, but you weren't hearing no flack falling on Mikel.
Oh yeah.
He was trying to make up for the D book mess ups, and that, yeah, I think it warrants a fat number 9 on that one for him.
I
Number
like it.
8, I think I'm gonna go with Ingram.
Okay.
Um, I know, like I said, he flip flops. We don't know for sure if he's actually small forward, but what he did in New Orleans this year was nothing short of honestly spectacular.
Yeah.
Zion being out, New Orleans was looking dead in the water. They traded for McCollum. All of a sudden, Ingram and McCollum are, feared.
Yeah.
Like I said, Ingram's really talented. He's young. I think he's going to be really something. I think he has the potential to go up higher on this list easily.
Oh yeah.
But number 8, I think, is safe for him right now.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna go 7. I know it might be matching your list a little bit, but DeRozan.
Okay.
Um, I'd put DeRozan lower, but God, he just fizzled out.
Yeah.
DeRozan would have probably been in my top 5 if he didn't fizzle out.
Yeah.
He just fizzled out. Like, I know injuries came into play with the team, but DeRozan really wasn't one that was hurt that much.
Yeah.
DeRozan just kind of choked out, so that's why this spot's 7's okay for him. Um, God, my number 6. This is where I kind of get caught up a little bit,
Okay.
but honestly, that call me crazy, but I'm gonna put at number 6. I'm gonna go with Gordon Hayward.
What?
Uh,
Okay.
Gordon Hayward. Call me crazy again. He just got him that fat 4-year, $120 million deal from Charlotte.
Yeah.
A lot of people were just like, "What the hell are they doing?" But hear me out. Last year, he averaged 19.6 points, 5.9 rebounds, and 4 assists a game.
Yeah.
And I
That's
mean, what more can you really ask for? And I'm looking at this here, and when he went down, Charlotte sputtered to an 8-16 record.
yeah.
And we can't deny Hayward's defense. I mean, Gordon Hayward's never really been a liability on defense ever. Um,
True.
and that's why I think he really moved up because he had to step up with Melo going down, with Miles Bridges going down. He had to step up, and I really think he did that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, before you get into your last bit of 5, that was probably I don't know. I With what you said, I agree. I agree. But I don't know if he's that high. I don't know. That might be
One of the
the
hottest takes on our podcast so far, huh?
that might be the hottest take on our podcast. Um, yeah, no, I mean, I really do like with what you said, but I just hate his contract. He's making like you said, like 30 mil a year to not even be your well, to be your third option on not even a championship team, not even a playoff team right now. Next year
That
that
is
could change.
the bad part for sure.
Yeah, but you could say the same for Wiggins. But again, Wiggins is playing amazing in the finals, so he's
Well,
kind of
Wiggins is in the.
yeah, yeah.
That's the
Um,
difference between.
I was thinking for Rudy Gobert trades over this week, I was thinking Gordon Hayward for Rudy Gobert and then throw in some pieces as well. I was thinking you send him back to Utah.
I'd like
Maybe,
that.
maybe that could be something. Because
That'd be a
Charlotte,
contract worthy of flipping for.
yeah, because Charlotte needs a center.
Hayward is definitely a starter worthy,
Yeah,
easily.
Yeah, for sure.
The man was looking to be a superstar when he was in Utah. That's when he fucking, what was it? He completely destroyed his knee.
Yeah, he like broke his knee or some shit in Boston. Very first game. I was watching it too, bro.
I remembered watch. Yeah, it was not good. Not good.
Yeah. Um, what's it called? Yeah. You could start with your five. You want to go five through one or one through
Mm,
five?
I'm gonna go 5-1.
Okay.
My number five, honestly, is Kawhi Leonard.
Okay.
He'd be way higher, but he's hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing. I don't even, we've talked about Kawhi, and I don't even really got to describe Kawhi to the people. It's Kawhi Leonard, but he's hurt. Been hurt. Can't have him in the top three if he's hurt.
Yeah.
Um, my number four, God, I really feel bad for leaving my man off this list now that I look back. Um, but I'm going to go with Tatum at four.
Okay.
Just because he basically he was the point, the thrusting point of beating Brooklyn, of beating Milwaukee, of beating Miami.
Yeah.
He just in this postseason, I think Tatum's put himself in superstar.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, Tatum. If he wins the finals, I think he might go higher.
Yeah.
And the only
Okay.
reason I say that is because my number three, it is Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
Jimmy was doing in Miami alone, you can't not have him in the top three. He's almost in the top three players in the league for what he was doing.
Yeah.
Like, I think the man passed Giannis for this postseason.
Yeah.
Like, he was carrying Miami. Like, he had him one game away from the finals again,
Legit carried him.
alone.
Yeah. Alone. He was legit alone.
Actually, I'm gonna revise, keep everything I said with Jimmy, and slide him up to two. My number three is Kevin Durant.
Okay. Okay.
Here's why: leadership,
Yeah.
big one.
Yeah.
KD didn't lead his team to shit. If KD did not get swept, and if KD was not the problem, then KD would be number two all day, every day. Give me the money, done deal. He knocked himself out of that conversation.
Yeah.
Jimmy, if Jimmy Butler, if my number one guy wasn't LeBron freaking James, Jimmy would be number one.
Yeah. I
Jimmy's one of the best players in the league for what he did in the postseason.
yeah, I like that. For sure. He really did.
And that's my top, my top five. I just gave it away there with those last three.
All right. Yeah, all your guys are the same guys I have. I have them in a little bit different order, which obviously makes it a little bit better. But
Right.
I'm just so just stuck right now. Like I had my list set and settled, but ever since you said yours, you're making some really good points for some reasons, right? And
I see your list, and the one I was talking about leaving off was Paul George. I feel so bad for leaving him off. I was going to slide him in my top five, but I was like, damn, I can't put him over Tatum. I can't quite put him over Kawhi. Definitely can't put him over KD. Definitely can't put him over Jimmy. Can't put him over LeBron.
I also noticed you didn't have Middleton.
Yeah, that's another one. I was looking at your list, and I'm like, God, our list is almost the same.
Yeah,
But I'm not as much on the Middleton hype train, I guess. I don't believe he's a top 10 small forward.
you don't.
No,
Okay.
I I
You
don't
wanna
know. I,
you wanna you wanna give your
I think
reason
he's an
why?
honorable mention with PG.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, I don't know. I think it's because Giannis's team, first of all.
Yeah.
Second of all, I mean, Middleton in this postseason, like, he did a couple good things, but, like, it was really about that defense that Holiday was putting up, that Giannis was doing. Like, I didn't hear a whole lot about Middleton.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I feel
Um.
like this postseason changed my mind on a few players
Oh yeah, it
because
definitely
my
did.
list would have been completely different at the start of this postseason.
Yeah.
I'd have had KD brawling it out with Braun for number one at the start, and
Yeah,
I'd have had
for sure.
Tatum under top six.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. That's crazy, bro. Like he jumped up from your list, what was he, 4 from wherever
Yeah,
he
he jumped up
was?
from underneath 6 to 4. Yeah, and
That's
KD went from borderline 1 to 3, borderline 4.
yeah, yeah.
Like if Tatum wins the finals, this list would change again. I'm gonna tell you now. If Tatum wins, KD's going back another one.
Whew, I like that. I do like it. All right.
His leadership just kills it for me.
Yeah.
You can be as good as you want at shooting a basketball, laying a basketball, at fucking dunking a basketball, at defending. Bro, if you can't lead a team being one of the best players in the world, you ain't one of the best players in the world.
Yeah.
You're
I
not the
agree.
best if you can't lead.
Yeah. And that's a perfect segue to my number 5. I hate to admit it, but as of right now, Tatum cannot lead. He's not the leader, but he's obviously great, so that's why he's number 5. But I think Marcus Smart is that leader on that team, and that's why he's right there. But obviously, yeah, if he goes out there and wins the finals, then he could jump up to my number 3. He could jump up 2 spots. Yeah, I do really love Tatum, and his this year has been great. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but like you said, leadership is big, and Marcus Smart has changed that team
Especially when
around.
considering the top 5 of a position in
Yeah,
the league.
that's
Like,
why.
leadership's gotta be one of the big factors.
That's probably one of my number 1 change, but we'll get to that. Um,
Mm.
what's it called? At number 4, I do got Kawhi, uh, just
I
because
like it.
he's out of the top 4. These guys, he's of the 3 that can carry a team on his legit backbone and go out there and win a finals. Um, everyone has forgotten, I guess, of who Kawhi Leonard is. And I have told
Oh,
you
God.
before, Andrew, I've told you before, I don't like Kawhi Leonard at all. Um, I just think what he did with the Spurs was a little bit petty, but
Yep.
you can't doubt what he has done. He could lead a team.
He's a great player.
Yeah, he could lead almost any team, I could say, with utmost confidence to the finals. Um,
That's what I'm saying. That's why the injuries alone put him lower for me.
yeah, if he was healthy,
Injuries alone. We've said even before I know in this past, a healthy Kawhi Leonard is a dangerous Kawhi Leonard.
be number 2 for me if he was healthy. Um,
Easy. Easy.
yeah,
His
uh,
scoring and defense together.
yeah,
He's fighting
no,
LeBron for one when he's healthy.
yeah, no one could stop him, and he could barely be
He
stopped.
can stop anyone.
That's what I meant to say. Yeah, yeah. Um, but my number 3, I am going with Jimmy Butler. Um, yeah, he led a team, and he did amazing this year. And he, like I said, he legit could carry almost any team on his back. I'm not going to say that with the utmost confidence like I did with Kawhi, just because we saw him with Minnesota. We saw him with Philly. Um, we even saw him in his younger days in Chicago with Dwayne Wade and Rajon Rondo. That was supposed to be a pretty good squad, I guess, right? Really didn't turn
True.
anything into anything. Um, but yeah, no, he's still a really good leader. Later on in his days, like this year, last
He
year,
might be an asshole to a lot of people, but
he's
he's a good leader that way.
yeah.
He'll
You
piss you
get
off to where you'll go drop 30 just to prove him wrong.
yeah, oh yeah, and then he'll meet you outside your locker room to fight. Um, what's it called? Yeah, no, if you get some help, Donovan Mitchell, Bradley Beal, people we've talked about on this podcast before, thinking about leaving, and
That'd
you
be
could
nasty.
you could see him up there for sure. You could see him winning a
Easy.
finals. Um,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Easily.
Um, what's it called? My number 2, I did have LeBron up here, so I'll pretty much pull my number 1. But SKD, uh, you switched my mind a little bit with saying leadership is key, and I agree with it, and I think it is key. But then again, it's Kawhi. It's not Kawhi. Kevin Durant. Um, he could be the greatest player of all time. Not all time. Sorry, greatest player of the league. Um, almost every year he's been in the league. But at the same time, I've told you this before too, Andrew. He will always be number two. I'm sorry, but every time he's ever been in the league, he's been behind somebody for the best player on his team, or in the league. Whenever he led the OKC Thunder, LeBron was the
That
best. Kobe was
you
the
do got a
best.
point.
Yeah, whenever
You
you
do
could
got a
say,
really, really good point there.
yeah, yeah, bro, and you could say he led the Warriors, but I don't think so. I think Curry was still the best on that team.
Oh yeah, no, that was Curry's team. Kevin might have won the two Finals MVPs, but nah, that's Curry's team.
Yeah, he was the best on that team. The Nets, yeah, he's
Kevin Durant's an all-time great number two.
yeah, he's the best on the Nets. But then again, you look at the league, who's the best? You have Giannis, you have Joel. Maybe not Joel, not better than KD, but Giannis is. Luca might be. LeBron and
I'd say
KD.
Giannis is
I mean, LeBron and
100%. Yeah,
Curry.
Luca, I'd almost say Luca is too. Yeah, at this rate, like
So I think KD will
Luca
always
led his
just
team. That's why Luca,
yeah,
he's already in top three point guards for anyone because he's a spectacular leader.
yeah, for sure. Um, like I said, he will always be a number two. Um, you know,
KD's got to prove otherwise. He's got to go out there and show otherwise.
yeah, like I said
He'll always
earlier.
be that number two unless he goes out there and does something else.
Yep, like I said earlier in this pod, bro. If he gets a cool team around him and he's a leader with Ben Simmons on that team and Kyrie dips, whatever, and he goes out there and wins, then yeah, he will be arguably number one. I'd still say
I
arguably.
hope he does. I hope him being silent isn't him trying to leave. I
Yeah,
hope it's him trying to close himself off from all the nonsense so he can just lock in.
yeah. And I hope he's not being completely silent. I hope he's still talking to like Steve Nash,
I
talking
bet he
to,
is. I bet he's still got word to at least somebody. Like he there's I mean again, if he is, he better be locked the fuck in when he comes back.
yeah,
This better be the Slim Reaper reborn. Like
yeah, for sure.
you better be dropping 40 points a game, brother. Like I want to see it, damn it. I want to see KD take over best in the world again. Cuz he was at one point the best in the world.
Yeah, for sure.
And since then, he's just floundered that.
Yeah. Um, I, yeah. My number one is going to be LeBron James. Like we have said, probably in every episode we have done, we are fanboys of LeBron.
Long live the king!
Yeah, and I did almost have him at two, and it's not because he's number two. No, it's because he's didn't make the playoffs. He didn't do anything really this year. I mean, obviously he done stuff, averaging the most in the league. All that, but
Right.
he didn't show up to the playoffs. He didn't even his team didn't even make it. But yeah, it's just it would have brought it down for me. But like you said, leadership. He led his team to the play-in with absolutely nobody but old men from the retirement home. So yeah,
Exactly.
um, yeah, I think that's the end of it. You got any more discussions to go over for this episode?
Uh, Other than KD, better be locking in.
Yeah,
The silence better mean he's locking in.
yeah, bro. I agree. I think KD could really, if what you're saying is true, like he's quiet because he's locking in, he will absolutely be amazing.
I
But
really hope that's what this is. I hope he's just cutting himself off from all the drama, all the nonsense, and he's just trying to get back to his thing. I'm trying to be the best in the world again. People are putting me out of that conversation again. I need to show them why I am the best in the world.
yeah, yep. Yeah, no. You got him that will be back this year, hopefully better than ever. You got LeBron that's just chilling, doing his normal thing, but of course, it's LeBron James. He's going to go out there average 30. Um,
Yes, sir.
yeah, man, you got Kawhi is coming back next year. Next year is going to
I'm
be
ready for that.
it's looking really cool, bro.
I'm ready for Kawhi's return.
I am too. After all this talking, this episode of Kawhi, I'm ready for it, bro. Um,
Ooh, the claw.
God, yeah, no, we'll have a free agency pod whenever that comes out. We'll talk about the futures of those teams. I
Of
actually can't.
course.
I can't wait for that one. The draft and the free agency would be kind of cool.
Those will be awesome. Awesome episodes.
Maybe like at the start of free agency, we do like a little live stream, and we just live stream Twitter, and we're just sitting there discussing it.
Okay.
Going over stuff like that.
I'm not
Um,
against that.
yeah, maybe we do the same thing for the draft. We just sit here and live react to the draft.
Oh, I'm so down.
But all right, yeah, bro. What's it called? We'll have an
The
episode.
people know. Look forward to it. We got a draft live stream coming up.
On
Got it
God.
all coming up.
Yes, sir. Make sure you guys subscribe because it's greatly appreciated. We appreciate it a lot. Um,
Yes.
but yeah, no. When could be our next episode so they know? What you thinking? Like next Tuesday,
Hmm.
next Monday,
I wouldn't be against next Monday.
next Monday. All right, but yeah, we could get it done around whenever. We'll discuss it more around that time. But yeah, we'll have this episode out ASAP. And then we also have an NFL pod coming out tonight as well with me, Jonah, Casey, and Andrew. Donnie
Woot
might,
woot.
yes, sir. Donnie might join too, so that might be a good one. Um,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, uh, great episode, Andrew. Let me end this thing
Yes,
real
sir.
quick. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave it a like, y'all.